Good morning. Hello, it's Phil Thatch, and this morning I'm on a creek in the greater Chattanooga area. This is not Middle Creek. It's kind of the next creek over from Middle Creek. I'm not going to name this creek because I'm not sure how YouTube handles this particular word, so I'm just going to write it on the screen. But I'm on this creek, or I'm actually on the road beside this creek, and I've never been down there before. I got to figure out how to get down that. Doesn't look too bad, so I should be able to get down there. I kind of looked all along this pull-off until I found this spot. It looks like it's the most climbable spot, so I'm going to get down there. And it doesn't look like it's flowing that much, but I'm going to see if there's any photographic opportunities down there. Well, I made it down the hill and I am at the creek, and the flow is not that much. You can see where the creek could be much, much wider than this during heavy flow, but even this light flow is very beautiful. I found a composition I'm going to start with kind of over that way. So let me get set up and see what I can figure out. I brought my rubber boots, but as you can see, or I don't know, maybe you can't see, the tripod's in the water almost all the way up to the end of its first leg. So that would be too deep for me to walk in this water right at this location. So I'm standing on this extraordinarily slick rock. And I'm using the 24-70 f2.8G F-mount lens with the FTZ adapter. I've got my circular polarizer on. I'm gonna cut through the glare so you can see the rocks below the water. Looks like I'm almost at 24 millimeters. I may be a little bit less wide than that, but pretty close. 1.3 seconds, f11, ISO 50, using the extended modes again. I'm going to use a 5-second timer so all the shake can settle down from this extended center column tripod. Let's see what that looks like. The falls itself is a little overexposed, so I'm going to drop it back to 1 second and reshoot. It's still a little overexposed. 1/1.3 this time. Just trying to get the blinkies out of that section of falls that has the most white water to it. Got no blinkies now. When I looked at this in the field on the back of the camera, I really didn't like it that much, but when I brought it home and opened it up in Lightroom, I cropped it 16:9 and darkened up the areas to the side of the creek, which brought more attention to the middle and the rear of the creek, and now I like it a lot more. All right, so I'm gonna ease up here a little closer to the falls. I call it a falls. It's just, I guess it's not really a falls. It's just a little spill. But it's really pretty. Whoa, that's deep. I think a lower perspective, and I don't know, like it's missing, the composition's missing something. It needs leading lines or some sort of something to draw you in. And so far I hadn't found it. It's definitely beautiful. This little falls or cascade, or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely beautiful. Okay, this is a little more attractive right here already. So now I've got the upper area. You know what? I'll make a video. I made a quick video of my composition with the Z6, and I did it at 120 frames a second, so it'll be nice and slow-mo-y. or I'll have the option of making it nice and slow-moing. I'm going to change the composition a little bit to feature more of this little area right in front of me. Yeah, that's better. You know, if you find something pretty, and if you stick with it, eventually you'll find a composition, probably. You know, don't just take the first obvious composition and give up. Stick with it. I wish there was some more color in this. You know, it's just all kind of the same color. Needs something. I probably worked a half an hour trying to get the composition right on this little spill on this creek, and I'm still not all that happy with it even in this photo, but there is a photo later in this video that I like quite a bit. I'll show you soon. I did a lot of work over in this beautiful rocky, I guess the entire creek is rocky, but in this beautiful area of the creek, making stills, and I really struggled to capture the beauty that I was seeing in front of me in a still, but I worked on it for a while, so I'll share the best ones of those with you now. So this first one is a vertical shot over on the right hand side of the creek. It was a lot darker over there, and I really like the way this one turned out because there was a lot of leaves that brought some color, and I like the color mixed with the darkness. And here is the full photo with the settings that I used for this one. And I really like this one and the next two quite a bit. Here's the second one. This is further up the creek, and the rocks seem to have lots of beautiful colors in this particular shot. Not a lot of flow in the creek, and then in the pool in the back you can kind of see through the water and see the rocks in the bottom. So there is that one. And then this next one is that first spillway that I worked on and worked on and worked on, and this nearly straight down shot ended up being the shot that I liked the most. It has lots of color, which I noted earlier was missing, and it's just beautiful. So after I worked on the stills for a while, I got to thinking, you know, the Z6 is a fantastic video camera. So I'll make some videos of these intricate elements of the creek. And you know, each one of the scenes I'm about to show you, I put the same amount of dedication that I would into a still. I manually focused each one. I played around with the polarizer until I thought it was at the most pleasing position. But instead of snapping a still, which with this low amount of flow really wasn't being artistically satisfying to me, I decided instead to make short video clips of these sections of the falls. And doing it that way, it is fairly artistically pleasing. So let me share those clips with you now, and I hope you enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, cinema mode. Magic. And now cinema mode off. Okay, so that's going to do it for me here on the side of this creek, which I won't name out loud in the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. It's a little chilly, but 2 t-shirts and a long sleeve t-shirt was enough to keep me warm. I almost slipped and fell in this creek with all my gear on, like the Z6, the entire Holy Trinity, my vlogging camera, my Rode Wireless Go, and my Mavic Mini. I was carrying it all when I almost fell in the creek. But I just kept my fall going and ran across until I was in a dry area and managed not to lose all my gear. But still a worthwhile experience this morning. I'm glad I came out here, and I look forward to coming back here again sometime right after some rain, kind of like I did at the Middle Creek video where I came right after the rain. When this thing is really flowing, it ought to be something. I don't know if there's any big falls on this creek. I don't think there is. So that'll be something I won't be able to experience here, but the rapids here ought to be really something. So we'll be back to the creek that will be unnamed in my videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.